Hey everybody, ABC 10 meteorologist Brendan Minchef with another weather impact alert update because the hot weather is here. We made it to the triple digits on Thursday. We got more where that came from. So here are those high temperatures from Thursday afternoon. 102 in Sacramento, 104 in Stockton, 101 in Modesto, 104 in Vacaville, 105 in Fairfield, 93 in Placerville, 88 in Truckee, and 85 in South Lake Tahoe. At departure from normal, plus 10 in Sacramento. We're running 10 degrees above normal this afternoon, plus 10 in Stockton and plus 8 in Modesto. Again, expecting some very similar temperatures tomorrow. So as we look at the month of August, we've now twice hit 102 degrees this month on August 9th and of course August 21st just on Thursday afternoon. That ties for the hottest temperature that we've seen so far this year. In fact, 5 times we've hit 102 degrees, May 30th and May 31st, July 11th, and as we talked about, August 9th and August 21st. We've hit 101 twice, August 8th and 10th, and 100 degrees twice, June 28th and August 20th. And that's it. That's all the triple digits we've had. So yes, it's hot. Yes, we are in the hottest stretch of temperatures so far this year. But especially when you compare it to last year, this year just does not stack up, right? We're allowed to complain about the heat. Of course, triple digits are always hot, but just trying to put it into perspective a little bit here. Last year, we hit 110 degrees twice. Both of those days were in the beginning of July. This is through August 21st. A number of 100-degree days through August 21st of 2024, 22 triple-digit days through August 21st, and 9 of those days were actually at or above 105 degrees. So far this year, as we talked about, we've hit 102 degrees 5 times, and that's the hottest we've been 9 days total with a high temperature of at least 100 degrees. And because obviously we haven't been hotter than 102, we've not had any days at or above 105 degrees. So again, just a little bit of perspective. Of course, this is hot. I'm not saying it's not. We're allowed to say it feels hot outside. We're allowed to complain about the triple digits. Just putting it in perspective of where we were through this point of last year. So Friday afternoon to wrap up the work week, about 102 in Orrville, 106 in Colusa, 102 in Clear Lake, 103 Marysville, about 102 across the Sacramento metro area, 103 in Stockton, 104 in Manteca, 103 in Modesto and Tracy out in the Bay Area, upper 60s to mid 70s for places along the water, 101 in Sonora, 100 in Jackson, 99 in Auburn, 86 in South Lake Tahoe, and 90 in Truckee Friday afternoon. Now, we've been in a weather impact alert, that's from ABC 10 saying, hey, it's going to be hot in both the mornings and the afternoons. But officially, that heat advisory has not kicked in yet for the valley. That's about to change starting at 11 o'clock in the morning on Friday. A heat advisory does go into effect, and that continues until 11 p.m. Saturday evening. So this is for high temperatures across the valley between about 95 and 107. Of course, triple digits on Friday, but actually I am tracking a few places to be in the 90s on Saturday afternoon. But also importantly, those morning low temperatures in the valley in the mid to upper 60s, even close to 70 degrees for some places. So that's why I'm saying it's warm in the mornings and it's hot in the afternoons. Let's go down to Southern California real quick. We've got some extreme heat warnings which continue through Saturday. The desert's looking at high temperatures 105 to 110. Death Valley could see temperatures in the low 120s. Highs out through the Santa Monica Mountains in northern LA County between about 95 and 110 degrees. Upper 90s to about 100 degrees through LA down to San Diego. And then the lower part of the Central Valley here, also heat advisory with high temperatures up to about 107, 108 degrees and morning low temperatures in the low to mid 70s. So all across the state we are looking at warm mornings and very hot afternoons. Again, heat advisory going into effect for Northern California on Friday morning. Weather impact alert continues through Saturday for the high heat. Morning temperatures, like we talked about for the valley, 65 to 70 degrees. In the foothills, could see morning temperatures as warm as 75 degrees. Afternoon temperatures about 100 to 105 across the valley. In the foothills, that number will be closer to 100 to 101 degrees. It's important to keep cool, take plenty of breaks in air conditioning, wear sunscreen with an SPF of at least 30, and drink plenty of water before, during, and after your time in the heat. Let's shift subjects a little bit and kind of talk about something different. Yes, the heat is on because of the high pressure building in, but this is also showing futurecast. So this is tomorrow afternoon, about 3 o'clock. What do we have? We have a few showers and thunderstorms in the high country. I don't expect it to be widespread tomorrow. However, it will become widespread as we go through the weekend, especially by the time we get to Sunday and into next week. That high pressure is going to scoot just back to the east a little bit. That will allow temperatures to drop back towards seasonal across northern California. It's also going to direct that monsoonal moisture plume into the high country of northern California. So the Sierra will be looking at daily thunderstorm and shower chances from Friday through the middle, at least the middle part of this coming week. Now, the better chances are likely to start about Sunday into next week, but nonetheless, we are going to have some showers and thunderstorms through the weekend, especially near Tahoe. So it's something to keep in mind as we go Saturday into Sunday, and especially into next week as we get that plume directed into northern California. So again, you see now this is Thursday, August 28th, and we still have those afternoon showers and thunderstorms. So this is good news, but it of course does come with a downside. As we look at the 6 to 10 day climate outlook, we're likely warmer than normal because of that high pressure. Average highs are 92 for the next several days. We're looking at highs in the mid to upper 90s and of course triple digits on Friday and possibly Saturday afternoon as well. But as we get kind of towards the end of August and we start talking about August 27, 28, 29, now we're looking at those showers and thunderstorm chances. So very likely wetter than average across a lot of the southern plains and the Intermountain West. But notice that also includes the Sierra, where we're looking at likely wetter than normal conditions because of the futurecast we just saw with that monsoonal moisture plume returning to northern California. Here's where that kind of double-edged sword comes in. Widespread thunderstorms are expected, especially by the time, like we talked about, we get to Sunday. So we do have a high-risk fire trigger for lightning across the Sierra and northern California and the upper coastal range as well. This is really through the weekend, but particularly Sunday and into the start of next week. The good news, I'm actually expecting some halfway decent rainfall for parts of the high country. So we always want to see rain kind of outweigh the lightning, right? If we just get lightning and not a lot of rain, well, we'd rather not have those thunderstorms at all because that just sparks new fires. But if we can get some rain with these storms, it can be a good thing. And I'll say, looking at the weather models, I think this is actually going to be some beneficial rain. So this is just one model. This is not a real in-depth forecast because we're talking about pop-up showers and thunderstorms over the course of about a week. So take it with a grain of salt. But what you're noticing, 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch of rain across a wide part of the Sierra, but then especially south of Tahoe along 395 and then into the eastern slope, we are looking at 1/2 inch to maybe even more than 1 inch of rain. Markleeville here on this model, over 1 inch of rain. South Lake Tahoe, 1/2 inch of rain. Truckee, about 1/4 of an inch. So again, this is over the course of a week. We're still talking about things that are several days out. Pop-up showers and thunderstorms can be somewhat difficult for these long-range models to pick up on. But the fact that we are seeing a moisture plume as defined as we are with some model rainfall totals as high as they are, I think this is going to be a relatively good thing for the high country as we head into next week. So that's something to look forward to after the heat. But that immediate weather concern is still the high temperatures. Warm in the mornings. Friday morning likely to start off in those mid to upper 60s across a lot of the valley, but some places will be in the 70s to start Friday morning. By Friday afternoon, we're back near 102 degrees, which again, the warmest we've seen so far this year. Saturday, hard to say it's cooler. I'm not going to say it's cooler. I'm going to say the temperature is marginally lower compared to Thursday and Friday. 98, still hot, still quite a bit above normal for the time of year. And notice Saturday morning, upper 60s in the valley and some 70s in parts of the valley and especially in the foothills when you talk about that thermal belt. By Sunday, temperatures do start to come down. Still in the mid-60s, still in the mid-90s, but that's better than where we've been the last several days. So that weather impact alert and the heat advisory will be just for Friday and Saturday. Monday and Tuesday, still in those middle 90s, but notice morning low temperatures now in the low to mid-60s. That's good news. That's improvement. By Wednesday and Thursday, morning low temperatures back near seasonal, upper 50s and low 60s, and we're back near seasonal in the afternoon as well in the low 90s. And remember, really starting Sunday onwards, we're expected to have some widespread showers and thunderstorms in the high country, so that could mean some clouds for parts of the valley as well. Something we'll keep an eye on. Again, sometimes for these longer range models, these convective thunderstorms, these pop-up showers and thunderstorms can be a little bit more difficult to pick up on. So once we get past this heat, we will really hone in on the rain chances and the showers and thunderstorms. I'm not expecting to see anything here in the valley. Could we see a stray shower try to work its way off the Sierra into the valley? Yeah, absolutely we could. We see that occasionally with these monsoon thunderstorms, but for the most part, a lot of that activity is going to be right along the crest of the Sierra. So if you're in the valley, you're in Sacramento, Stockton, Modesto, I wouldn't hope too hard, right? Don't hold your breath on any rain in the valley. We don't really expect to see any rain this time of year. But again, could we see a stray shower? Yeah, it's possible. Again, we will hone in on that more as we get into next week past this heat. So as things start to cool down, we start talking about rain once again. Be sure to stay tuned to ABC 10 Plus. Of course, it's hot Friday, Saturday, but we're going to have some more videos coming. I'll have a weekend forecast coming up for you tomorrow evening. And then, of course, we'll be tracking the rain and the Sierra showers and thunderstorm chances next week. So be sure, again, download the ABC 10 Plus streaming app. You can find it wherever you stream, on your smart TV, your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon. Again, wherever you stream. We've got a weather playlist there. We've got extended forecasts just like this one. We've got weather explainers such as on heat and fire, and we have some weather and climate specials up there on the ABC 10 Plus streaming app as well. Thanks for watching.